Hey everyone, welcome to another MLM shit show ZYIA edition. I actually just recorded a video on I'm Academy. However, I realized if I use any of the content in the video, they're going to copyright strike me. That's half an hour of my life that I'm never getting back. It's my own fault because I did not pay attention when I was screen recording the videos. So I needed to record, and well, I didn't need to, but I want to post 3 videos per week. So I needed something that I already have, like a backup. And what is that for me? ZYIA, because I have a ton of folders on ZYIA ready to go whenever. So this is what we're doing today instead of I'm Academy. But yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave your comments down below, and let's just put a little disclaimer in here and let's get into the video. Take 2. We are watching a Tippy Top Reps training, which is called ZYIA Gals Team Talk Tuesday. Taking time off without taking time off. So I feel this is going to be very toxic. So let's just get into it.
It's going to be a pretty short call today. I just kind of wanted to reiterate a little bit what we talked about last week and then have kind of a plan so that if we need to step back, if we need to take a day off to be with our families for the holidays, whatever it is, that our business is still strong. Our business is still running. You are still engaged. All these things are super, super important, especially as we go into the holidays. Okay. Good morning, guys. Are we twinning today, Jordan? I know it's cold here. It's actually cold. It rained this morning. And it's kind of exciting when it actually feels like winter here, but, yeah, I'm not complaining at all. It feels nice and cool here today. All right. So, I do want to reiterate, like I said, what we talked about last week about the 3 seasons of December, because I promise you the ones that, put in the time, put in the work and prepare for life after the holidays, for life after December, you will set yourselves and your businesses apart from the rest. I promise you that. So we really want to be mindful. We want to be intentional, and we want to do some planning, you guys, so that when the holidays are over, our businesses they're just catapulted into the new year and things are moving. Okay. So like I said,
Okay, isn't that a little bit sad and also stressful when you can't have holidays, your Christmas holidays off without having to worry about your work? Like, I'm going to pre-record videos for YouTube and I'm going to take some time off of my full-time job, and I'm not going to think twice about any of the two or about my Instagram or anything else. I'm just going to be able to enjoy my Christmas at home with my family. But I can't imagine being in an MLM. You have to think, oh, are these people still engaging? Is my team still working? Is my team gonna stop working during Christmas? Are they going to quit during Christmas? What am I gonna do? La la. It just sounds very chaotic to me, but let's just hear the actual tips. That's probably a good idea. Listen first what she has to say and then comment.
Hello, good morning. I can't see your name, but good morning. I'm using Streamer, so that's why I can only see some of your names, but I always go back and I'll respond and I can see your names after the call is ended. All right. So like I said, things not just for the holidays, not just right now, how it is in December, but in life, there are times that you have to take a day off. For whatever reason, you have to take a day off or 2 days off or whatever it is. There are things that we can do in that time so your business isn't affected. And that is what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to give you five kind of tips, 5 things you can do so that when you take time off, your business doesn't take time.
Okay, again, let's note that she's not talking about a whole week, 1 or 2 days. She's talking about a few days. You have to do a whole preparation before you're allowed to take 1 day or 2 days off. Not even a week, 2 days off max. If that doesn't scream how stressful and terrible it is to be in an MLM, I don't know what does.
And that is the important thing here. Because we all know we have a choice. We really do have a choice this month. And always, I guess, especially though for holidays, are you gonna set yourself up and work and push through when things do feel, if you have a little downtime, or are you gonna just step back? And if you're serious about your business, hopefully the latter isn't what you're going to do. You're going to prepare and get yourself ready and keep running your business and putting in the work, even if it does feel like, okay, there's no orders coming in because shipping just cut off. What do I do? There's so much to do so that when it starts going, you are strong. Okay, so number one.
Okay, another thing is like if I'm sick or if I just don't feel good and mentally in my headspace, I'm just going to take a day off of my work and off of doing any kind of content related stuff. I'm just going to take a day off for me without having to prepare for it. And just the fact that when you're in an MLM, you are not allowed, not allowed, but you should really prepare before taking a day. What if something happens and you're not ready to take a day off? Like what if some emergency comes up? Is your whole business gonna crumble really if you take one day off? I don't like this mindset at all.
You guys, is shift your time. If you know, let's say you know you're taking 2 days off, let's just say next week you're taking 2 days off for whatever reason. I really hope that those of you who are watching have kind of a set ZYIA schedule. You know that if it's just an hour a day or 2 hours a day or half an hour a day, whatever it is, that you have your set time that you can allot to your business. If you're watching this and you don't have that, I challenge you, make your time today. Even if it's just 30 minutes, set that time aside for your ZYIA business. It is so important and crucial for your business if you are running this like a business, okay? So shifting your time, what do I mean? It means that if you know you're not going to be working, let's say you work an hour each day on your ZYIA business and you know that you are not going to be able to put in those hours next week because you're going to be gone or you're taking the time off, you have got to make up that time elsewhere, right? And I know you're not going to want to hear this, right? I know this is kind of like not super fun to hear because it's not always the easy thing to do. You may work a 9-to-5 job. You may be so busy, your family needs you, you get home, and there is no way that you're like, I'm going to work an additional hour when I get home. I cannot do it. Well, guess what? You got to set your alarm and you got to get up early and you got to put in that work somewhere on the other end. If you worked for somebody and you had set hours in a job for another company, you wouldn't get paid for those hours or you'd make up your hours elsewhere. And I hope that you can, if you're running your ZYIA business like a business, you see the value in that.
But I thought the whole point of the ZYIA business is that you don't have to be that strict. You can just work whenever you get the time, in the pockets of your time, and you don't have to be stressed about it, and it's your side hustle. And it's a lot better than a 9-to-5. And now you're saying that you have to treat it just like your 9-to-5. So if you miss out an hour at work, you have to make up for it. I thought the whole point of this business is that it's different and it's more freeing than the 9-to-5, but obviously not, since she's telling you that you have to make up for the hour that you're gonna lose. And again, you can't always know that you're going to lose a few hours, a few days of work if something urgent comes up. So I guess then after you already had emergency, you're going to have to work your ass off in the future to make up for what?
This is an investment, you guys. This is an investment in your business. I don't want you to look at this like this is a sacrifice. I have to get up and work an extra hour. No, this is an investment. And this will, like I said, if you're serious about it, you put in the work elsewhere. So shifting that time is super important. And we have to kind of plan, right? We have to know, okay, this is when I'm taking my time off. So this day and this day and this day, I'm going to spread that time out and I'm going to add this on. I'm going to get up earlier. I'm going to stay up late, or whatever you have to do. Even if you spread it out in little chunks, commit to shifting that time so that you don't feel like you've lost time in your business. Okay. Does that make sense? All right. Oh, I know. And that's another, I didn't even factor any of that in. It's flu season. People get sick for whatever reason. Hopefully, if you feel like, and obviously we don't know when that's going to happen, but that might be another great example. Okay, well, I wasn't able to be there. I'm going to shift my time once I'm back up and running. I'm going to add a little extra once I'm back into my work. Okay. And I'm so sorry. I can't see your name, but I'm so sorry you're sick. It is not, especially this time of year, you guys, there's a lot of challenges. Okay. There's more than just the holidays and the hustle and bustle and all that stuff and the stress of it. But, if you get sick, and it can have a huge impact. So we got to make sure we're prepared. We're ready for that when that kind of stuff that kind of stuff happens. Speaking of, my scent share is off sometimes and good others. What is another scheduling system you like to use? Yeah, I do use scent share. I know some people use Post My Party. Some people just use the Facebook scheduling app if you're doing your parties in there. So if you guys have other third-party apps that you're using, please post in the comments. We can get some ideas going. All right, so that was number one, shifting your time. Super, super important. And it's really going to be a test of how you run your business and how you value your business and your time with it, because no one's going to tell you to do that. No one's going to be like, you have to be in here. You've got to be clocked in here to get that time in. That is all up to you. No one is micromanaging you. No one is like, and that's why we do this business, right? That is why we do this. That is why we love this business, because you're in charge. You get to run it. But it does take some discipline and some planning and organizing to know what you are going to do to make sure that your time is put where it needs to be, okay? On the front end, the back end, whatever, but you're committed to that time that you're putting towards your business. All right, number two is batch your content. Oh my gosh, if you know you're going to be taking a couple days off, I hope that you are preparing with, getting content ready for your post, doing some pictures, stuff, make some reels and keep them. Don't post them yet. Keep them.
While we're listening to all of this, let's just remember that a lot of again, there's no income disclosure statement, so we can't say the percentages of how many people earn a little to nothing. But while we're listening to how much work this actually takes, let's just remember that most of these women are not earning anything. They're doing all of this without actually getting paid for all of that effort and work.
If you're running any parties, hopefully you're not scheduling too many parties when you're gone. But if you are, I've done parties. I'm like, I'm leaving out of town. We can do it. But guess what? If you're going to be gone a day or two, you had better get all your posts scheduled. And also, if you're doing live, hopefully you're going live on a daily basis in these parties. If you cannot go live, use another third-party app. I'm using StreamYard. I'm like, what am I on right now? I'm using StreamYard. You can pre-record. I promise I'm live. I'm actually live right now, but you can pre-record videos and actually upload them and live stream them to your group at a later date. It is the coolest, best thing. You could go through and pre-record all your videos, your live videos for the whole week for your events. Go over bras, leggings, everything. Obviously, you cannot respond to comments being typed in live because that wouldn't work. But you can put it out there and go back. What I've done before, if I know that I'm not able to be there, I've done it. I've streamed it live. And then I can watch. I'm in a position I can watch, and I can at least type back and answer questions afterwards or something like that. Jordan, can we do a reel training? Yes, we can do a reel training. I can totally do that. Yes, value your own business enough to put in the work. And it all comes down to that. Like, what are your priorities? How much do you value this business? Do you run it like a business? These are things, if you can answer these, authentically. I mean, no one's testing you, right? This is to you. These are you're asking yourself this and you are answering this. And if you feel good about your answers, then you're on the right track. And if you feel like, whoa, maybe this isn't a priority for me, then we look at things, we shift, we adjust. That's what this business is about too. Okay. So don't feel badly if you're like, wait, maybe I don't have set hours. Maybe I need to do it. So shift and do it. And like I said, this is always how it's going to be. It's always a moving parts and pieces every which way, and reevaluating and seeing where time needs to shift. That's always the case, whether you're taking time off or not. All right. So those are the three, third-party apps that I am aware of: the OneStream Live, StreamYard, and then the Facebook Scheduler is in the third-party app. That's built right in there. And then of course we have Post My Party, Scent Share. Anything else you guys that you're using that you're liking? I know Scent Share had some glitches in it. I had to go back. I don't think Facebook necessarily loves them. They want them to go through through them. So I know they threw in a wrench here and there, and you had to post from your business page. It was a little bit of a learning curve, an adjustment, but it does work. So after I did that, it was working again. And I think I saw, I need to look. Facebook's always throwing things out too to try. I need to look. I thought I saw something on like a live thing like StreamYard. Has anyone else seen that? I haven't used it yet. I didn't click on it because I wasn't in a position to play around with it, but that would be cool too, because it would be built right in. All right. Lauren says time blocks are life, even if it's 10 minutes. Absolutely. And if we're adding on an hour here or 30 minutes there, know what you're going to do with that time. That is so, so, so important. And if you're adding in that time, you're doing your time blocking, you're scheduling, and again, you know that you're going to be gone and you're adding in that extra time, knowing what you're doing in that time, hopefully doing planning. You're making content that you can store, make a little folder in your phone, store it all there so that when you're away, your business isn't away. You are posting, you're sharing, and maybe you're not even doing that. You're scheduling it to post so you can actually relax, sit back, and your business is running because you have put in the time and the planning to make sure that that happens. I don't see StreamYard as an app. Is it an app? Yeah, it is. I think I went to it on my desktop. No, I think I don't know how to answer that. I went to it like on a website and then I downloaded it to my computer, and I think it works mobile as well. But I do know, no, it is an app because you have to actually install it on that on the group that you're going to utilize it in. You have to like approve it through Facebook. So it is. All right. If anyone knows the answer to that, please comment. All right, number 3, you guys. Okay, I like this one. Prepare to be called on. Okay, what I mean by that, do you have memories of school of like, if you were not prepared, if you didn't do your homework, you knew without a doubt that you were going to get called on. The teacher was going to call you to read your answer. I mean, just without a doubt. It's like something weird in the universe. If you're not prepared, yeah, your name's going to be called. If you're supposed to be there and somehow you didn't show up, yeah, they're calling your name.
This is very, very, very toxic. I don't know about you guys, but everything about this screams stress, toxicity, awful, and more stress.
It's just how the world works. Well, the same goes for when you are stepping away to your vacation or your days off. The minute that you do that, you are often needed somewhere, some way, shape, or form, whether it's in ZYIA or not. You are needed, okay? Maybe from a teammate, maybe from a customer, whatever it is, you're needed. So what do we do to prepare for that? Number 1, you can do auto responses. Okay. If somebody is going to be messaging you or emailing you and needs something, that you can send.
This is so exhausting. Like, this is genuinely exhausting just to listen. Imagine if you have your own kids, if you have your full-time job, and then you have the ZYIA thing on the side. And this is the preparation that you have to set up automated responses before you take a few days off. That is not normal, okay? This is all for a hustle that's most likely not even paying you back for all the effort.
At an auto-generated email, it says, hey, I'm out of the office, I'm on vacation or whatever. I will be back with you shortly. You can either leave it at that, or if you do have something else in place for somebody that can help you while you're away, maybe a fellow teammate or your upline or somebody that you put in place that could maybe assist in certain circumstances, you could pass that along. But my point is, have something in place that if there is a situation, you have someone that you can send them to, or an auto-generated email that at least responds to them and lets them know. So they're not sitting there hanging, right? They're like, what's up? I'm all alone. Let's see. Failing to plan is planning to fail. Got to be prepared. Can we do auto replies in Messenger? Yes, you can do auto replies in Messenger. I know from the business page, it's given me options. By the way, I love that. Absolutely love that quote. It has given me options though. I think it's all the time. I know if I've done some like an ad, it gives me the option, but if they have a capability, I'm pretty sure you can do that so that if someone sends you a message, it automatically replies something. And I'm almost certain you can do it with Messenger. So that would be a good one to do. Doing your emails, do it in Messenger, all the places you need that if someone tries to contact you, that you're at least given a heads up that you're away. Okay. What else?
If you're gone for 1 or 2 days, I'm sure people are not going to panic if you don't respond to them within the first 24 hours. Like, why would you have to set up automated responses if you're only going to be away for a day or 2? That's just insane. That's just too much.
Organize and prepare for your return. I feel like this is a pretty straightforward one. If you know you're going to be gone, you guys, when you leave it, I'm someone like if I'm leaving on a trip, I want my house clean. I want to know when I come back that it doesn't look like how it normally looks, okay? With just chaos everywhere, okay? Like I like to come home to a clean house. Same with your work. Plan, get your desk orderly, get your space orderly, and make a list. You know how you sleep better if you make like your to-do list the night before? Same deal. Make your to-do list so that you know when you get back, these are the things that have to be tended to right away. These are the things you have to follow up with. These are things you need to do so that you can relax. When you're not working, you know, okay, I can come back to that. I'm organized. I have plans. I know what I need to do. Okay. So when you return back to your space where you work, it feels good. It feels orderly, and it feels like you've got things under control. Do not return to absolute chaos. Everything's all over. You have no idea where you left off. You just crinkled up and thrown your to-do list out the door. You have no idea where to begin. Okay. Like, let's avoid that. That's not fun to come home to. You don't really want to come home to that. So just keep that in mind. And then the fifth one, you guys, super easy. Throw up an out of office post, but do so in a way that lets your customers know, hey, I am taking the next day or two off, but I will be getting back to you, or if you want to make it so that you are still.
Again, the worst and most ridiculous thing in all of this is that this is a side hustle that's supposed to give you time freedom, financial freedom, but for most people, it's not giving them financial freedom. It's not even giving them time freedom. These ladies request, I know she's the tippy top rep. She's top 1%. I think she's the tippy top rep. And it's just insane for a side hustle that's supposed to give you freedom. This is insane. Not only do you have to set up automated responses to people, you have to send and hey, I'm not gonna be in for 2 days. It's not even a week or 2 weeks. It's 2 days that we're talking about. This is insane. This is just stressing me out just thinking about it.
Available, you let them know. Set those guidelines for yourself, but let them know. Okay. You may be taking time off, but your business is not. And if you need something, please message me. I will get back to you as soon as I am back. Whatever you want to say, but something that is letting them know, keeping them in the loop that you may not be getting back to them as quickly as you normally would. And that you are taking a day or two, but you will be getting back to them. Okay. So that kind of touches on a lot of things. You're including them in your life. You're letting them know, but your business is still up. Your business is still present. You are present, and you will be getting back to them. Okay. That one's an easy one. And I think the last thing I want to close with you guys is just really a reminder that, and like I said in the beginning, we have some choices here. What are you going to do with this time in these kind of weird, I'm just going to say they're weird. There's some weird times in December, right after the shipping cutoff ends, and, we're focusing on gift cards. And then right after the holidays, there's some really amazing pockets of time to invest some time in our businesses, share the business opportunity, create content that is going to be really helpful in the new year. All of these things, booking your events to kick off the new year. There's a lot that can happen in December. And you can almost compare it. You can kind of compare it to like a diet. If you knew you were going to diet, let's say we'll compare that with like taking time off. If you know you're going to diet, they won't name names. I will know that I'm starting my diet on this date, and I'll be like, well, I'm just going to go for it. I'm like eating candy and all the things that I want to. So I'm like, it's fine. I'm really going to bottom out here. And then when I start, I'll be ready. Okay.
And that is exactly why more than 80% of dieting fails, because people look at it as a restriction. Diets are not great. It should be a lifestyle change. You should start out slowly, implementing changes over time. That is the key to success, to like successfully changing your mindset and your lifestyle. Going all in is never the choice, like never the right choice in my opinion. And doing this thing that she just said is, like I said, the main reason why it fails. It usually fails for most people, and it's really extremely unhealthy and toxic.
I don't know about you guys, but that is like a real thing. I do that. But what happens when we do that is we really don't set ourselves up for like a super easy road after that. Okay. You know what I'm talking about if you're feeling me on this. Straight up, it's just making everything harder, right? And this goes for our business too. If you're like, you know what, holidays are here and it's the new year, I'm just gonna I just need to step back. I need to just disengage, okay? And I'm not saying that that is necessarily a bad thing. If that is what you need to do in your life, then you do it. That is why we do this business, okay? I get that. I won't be doing that. I don't recommend doing that, but if you need to do it, by all means do it. I think when we don't go that route and just say, I'm done. I'm gonna start up in the new year. When we do that, it's a lot harder. We're not engaged. There's so much catch-up work that has to happen, right? It just makes everything a little more difficult, a little bit more challenging. Not to mention, if you've stepped out, if your customers see you on a regular basis, they're seeing posts on a regular basis, and then you just ghost, like you're gone, and everyone's like, what happened to her? She obviously doesn't run this really like a business if you're just gone. So those are things, like I'm saying, and I'm not saying to not take time off. I know everybody needs some time with their families and just time, right? But do the things that are going to set yourself up during that time so that your business is still strong. Your business is still going, because it is easy to step back, especially during this time. A lot of people will, a lot of businesses, maybe just they're not putting in the time. Well, that's what's going to set you apart when you decide to commit to running like a business, no matter what. If you're taking a day off or not, those are the things that are going to, I think, really, really help so that you're present, your business is present, and you get a little break. All right.
So if you stop posting during Christmas time and Christmas holidays, people are gonna wonder where it's Christmas. First of all, a lot of people are not even on social media or are not doing any businessy stuff around Christmas and holidays because they're holidays and everyone is on vacation. So I'm sure if you disappear for 2 days around Christmas, no one is gonna wonder, oh my god, where is she? I can't believe she did not post on Christmas Day. Like, no one's gonna care. Also, it's easy for her to say, because this is her full-time gig, like she is the tippy top rep, this is her business, so she wants to keep doing, because it's her full-time income, right? But like for other people who have families, full-time jobs, want to go on vacation, she's just completely disregarding that other people have other lives and jobs on the side, and you can't prioritize that. You should not, in my opinion, prioritize ZYIA, because you're most likely not earning any money off of it anyway. It's not worth all the effort and the stress. This was just exhausting to listen to, honestly, and I feel bad for all of the women who are at the bottom and who are following all of this advice for little to no money or anything in return. Anyway, let me know what you thought down below. I'm gonna wrap that up here. I'm starving. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. Don't forget to click that like and subscribe button if you'd like to support me, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.